Welcome back, Wagoneers. It's time for our top 5 with our special guest of the evening, Mr. Yeshua.
Yes!
And he chose to do the top 5 movie villains.
Before he says that, though, who said that Yeshua was the Hebrew name for Joshua? Biff.
I don't know who said that.
Travis.
Mr. Thomas Rudiger.
Was it? Oh, is that?
You mean Tomas?
You mean that's what we learned at Rumble?
Yes. We learned that at Rumble.
But like, who said that? Like I thought you meant like historian in history. Like, no, it was a religion teacher.
Oh yeah, it was a historian.
Like Brian Butler, Lippy Fields.
I couldn't tell you who historically said it, but I can tell you Thomas Rudiger, our 10th or 11th grade religion teacher. I think it was 11th grade. An 11th grade religion teacher, I think he said.
First Thomas?
Sure, cut this, delete this.
There you go. Since we got video on this. Sean's hate.
Wow. Sean went in the back to take a piss, and he came back from a hockey jersey to an Emeka Okafor New Orleans Hornets jersey with a Hornets 59-50.
Look at the video. Hey, all of you that are not checking out the video.
Look at the logo, dude. That's one of the best logos in sports right there.
Yeah. That's a good jersey. I like that jersey.
Full wardrobe.
Thank you. I haven't worn this jersey in a long time. It still fits.
You should wear it more often.
That's good, man.
Is that hat my size? Probably not.
It's a 7.5.
Nah,
I'm an 8.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great look for you, fucking Sirianni.
Shut up, man.
Sirianni.
What size is that?
7.5.
Okay. It fits him like the oversized hat does that the other players are wearing now.
Yeah.
What's funny is on Tosh's new podcast thing I sent y'all or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, my head is gigantically large. I wear an 8. I'm like, I wear a fucking 8. Dude. What are you talking about?
Okay,
because my head's gigantic.
I got 7 3/4.
Yeah.
Tosh also mastered the game of soccer at the age of 12. So
Tosh Point.
Yeah.
I mean, like Daniel Tosh.
Yes.
All right, so who wants to lead off with our top 5 movie villains?
Okay, I'll
Josh,
go first.
our guest Josh is going to go first. All right.
Yeah, so I got one honorable mention, and it's just because, I love Kevin Smith, and it's one of my guilty pleasures, I guess. Just
You're talking about a villain, right?
yeah, we're talking about a villain.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Smith won the villain.
I don't even know his name. But Ben Affleck, the manager of Fashionable Male and Mallrats.
This tall drink of water.
He's fucking awesome. He's gonna screw his dude's ex-girlfriend a very uncomfortable place, like the back of a Volkswagen.
Like the back of a Volkswagen.
I mean, he's a villain. He's very bad. And he's also a really good Batman. My favorite Batman.
Affleck was?
Yep. My favorite Batman.
Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms.
And also the bomb in Phantoms, Joe.
Also,
I really liked Affleck in not Religious. That was the Bill Maher thing. The one with Chris Rock. Matt Damon, him when he was the Archangel or whatever.
No, Dogma.
Dogma.
Yeah, Dogma.
I really like.
Maybe you're not so good, Will Hunting.
I really liked Affleck in Boiler Room, but
Argo.
Josh has also been to the comic book store from Comic Book Men in Sandy Hook, New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Red Bank.
Red Bank.
Yeah.
Red Bank, New Jersey.
The Silent Stash.
Sandy Hook was
Jane, Silent Bob Site.
Sandy Hook was a school shooting.
Yeah. My bad.
That was on the news, fair enough. It was like some anniversary of Sandy Hook. It was like 12 years or something.
Alex Jones says it didn't happen, so it's all good.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
and he also said that it's like making frogs gay. But
anyway, we don't go there on the Wagon Podcast. I know I'm a guest, but I know that.
But yeah, so the comic book store is awesome. I got to see the dude is looking for the perfect dozen, Walter.
Oh, you went to the Quick Stop too?
Yeah.
Quick Stop,
there.
went to Quick Stop, went to the Secret Stash, all that stuff.
I took a picture of the cooler with all the Gatorade. I was like, yeah, they're well stocked in Gatorade. Hey, give me a Gatorade while you had it. They're all out. Yeah, they drink it all, fuckers.
Yeah, that's my honorable mention as far as villains.
I thought you were going to say Cockknocker.
And I'm
That was taking some of Bob Strikes Back.
yeah.
That was
Mark
That was Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
who's the greatest Joker, by the way. And we're just talking about DC. But anyway,
Well, he was, yeah.
I'm going to go in order, even though...
In no
like,
particular order.
In
even though y'all go in no particular order. I'm gonna go in
I tried
order.
doing that too.
Only Mike goes in no particular order
If you
because he
have an
doesn't.
order, great.
Yes, we
I'm going to go from 5 to 1.
that's how we always do it. Just
And-
Mike doesn't.
So my fifth top villain is Marcel Wallace from Pulp Fiction.
Ooh.
He was a good
All right.
villain. He was evil at times, but also like just in the way that he looked at the overall situation with how things went. So,
Gritty movie.
yeah, I like that movie, Pulp Fiction. And then my number 4, which is an unconventional villain, but like I said, I listened to Dudesy and watched Dudesy, and this dude was a villain in this movie, and I don't care what you say. Wonka from Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Johnny Depp or
The original?
No,
The original?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Hell
He
yeah.
was a villain.
He was the greatest villain.
He killed all those kids.
Yes, it was great. It was
He's like, oh no, you ate the blueberry. You will now explode.
Whichever scene it was where one of the kids was...
sign this
He's
contract.
like,
I'm
oh
not
no.
liable.
Whichever kid was getting messed up at the time, he was like, "Oh no, stop, don't."
Yeah, right.
His sarcasm was the
And then they
best.
go through the tunnel of like chaos or whatever.
Yeah, the Chocolate River.
Yeah.
Professor Chaos.
Yeah, and the only reason why I know this because literally on last Friday with Dudesy, they mixed the old school Willy Wonka
With
with
the deaf one.
Daft Punk.
Oh shit.
So it was harder, better, faster Wonka.
Nice.
That was the name of the show. But so and then my number 3 villain is Judge Doom
Yes.
from Who Framed Roger
I thought
Rabbit.
about that.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I thought about
I
that.
thought about that when you said when
It's a
y'all
good
said
choice,
cartoon
yeah.
one, I was like, that's a good one.
Good choice, Josh.
Yeah,
Who doesn't get squeamish when he's putting that shoe in the dip?
Doc Brown.
Oh yeah.
He had eyes.
Yeah. Now, that on the mic.
You're editing this episode, by the way. Just to let you know. Fix all of this.
Patrick didn't have his headphones, and that's the only
Thank
you were
God.
wet there. Yeah.
Do that again, Trip.
Just
My number 2, Captain Spaulding from Devil's Rejects.
yeah. I didn't like that movie, but I thought he was a cool fucking character.
Not from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well, from everything, I guess. Like the Rob Zombie universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an awesome villain.
Number 2.
Number 2.
All right.
Number 1, Butcher from Gangs of New York.
Good one.
Greatest villain.
Good one.
I like it.
That was a great. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one that doesn't really cross the mind.
Yeah. I don't know that movie that well, but
No,
yeah.
I didn't.
Anything
Day-Lewis,
Daniel
right?
Day-Lewis.
Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis.
Like method actor.
Oh, dude.
Fucking awesome.
He comes
Him
out-
in that movie, The Preacher. What was it? The Preacher. What was that? The one with the oil.
There will be blood.
There will
Yes.
be blood. Yeah.
Great movie.
Where he was like
He comes out of his cave every 6
gosh.
years, and he makes a movie, and then he goes back.
Sick
You know.
man. I mean, not a sick man, but a sick character. Like
Great actor.
Yeah,
He only
he's
comes
just good.
around once every 6 years.
I know he comes out of a cave, he makes a movie, he wins Best Actor, and then he goes back in his cave.
He's back in his cave with Michael Bublé, who comes out every Christmas. All right, well,
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey, so she can do her special.
I just think of Fallon imitating Michael Bublé, like overpronouncing all the words, and he's like doing an
I think
impression
of
of Michael
I
Bublé.
think of Jimmy Fallon doing his John Mayer on SNL. He's like, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, I'll go second. Mine are in no particular order. 'Cause I couldn't think of
Taking the way of Mike.
because I couldn't think of a lot of villains.
Filling in for Mike, taking the way.
I'm filling in, so I'm
And
going to fill in no
drum
particular
battle.
order. And getting my left arm ready. I'm going to do left-handed.
Calling
Most
you
people are
out,
right-handed.
Mike.
Most people are right-handed. I'm going to do it left-handed. So, all right. My first villain, in no particular order, is Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And Travis Cole. That was my doubler.
Hidden gem. Fuck yeah, Bill.
That's what I asked when we were off air.
Right, dude.
We were off air.
For those who don't know, Biff, could you please explain to us who Travis Cole is?
Travis Cole
He's
was
definitely
the
doing that dog.
philanthropist
Definitely.
in Dirty Work
Pinky.
that screwed Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, who should have had a longer movie career. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have lost his nose to
I was actually he
Rest
did.
in peace,
That's how it's
No, he stole it.
Hold on, he didn't
Rest in
make.
peace, Norm.
Oh, Norm died. Yeah.
He,
Yeah, no,
he didn't make my top 5 or an honorable mention.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about an Artie Lang movie, Beer League,
Yeah.
Was awesome.
the character Manganelli was an excellent villain, and that movie was funny. As the movie was funny as hell. The guy, I couldn't even tell you the actor that played him, but he actually, to me, made the movie. He was such an asshole. He didn't make my list, but or an honorable mention. But I'm going to give him a shout out, Manganelli.
Yeah, so Travis Cole was the villain in Dirty Work, and it was basically like, you were so great in Happy Gilmore, we're just going to make you the same guy
Pretty much,
with
yeah.
a lot of money that's not good at golf, but
Finger
just a
roll
rich asshole that had a dog that was in his right hand all the time. They probably had a finger roll. Yeah. All right, so second, it's in the same vein
He's
of
definitely doing that
comedies. Bradley Whitford, Eric from Billy Madison.
Oh, fuck. Biff's
Eric is pregnant.
because some of my favorite lines as an adult are his lines.
What do you
Now.
care, Billy? You just go back to your jack off magazine.
But like,
Well, the thing about
like some of the thing like he said like the line where it's like, he's like, what do you want, some punk kid running the company? You know, it's like what would you think if like he was your boss? And he's like, and the funniest part is like the guy's response, Carl's response was, well, it could be worse, i.e., could be. You know? And he's like, what? You got to throw him a party every time he passes the goddamn grade? You know, it's
I'm seeing
that guy's balls? Gross.
Yeah, they were weird looking.
They were weird.
But he was a great villain because, like, as a kid, when I saw Billy Madison, I hated the guy. As an adult, this guy is genius. That's funny.
Well, I'm seeing a trend with Biff though.
Well,
Biff,
no,
last time we had Biff on the show, he gave a huge shout out to Will Ferrell. I think we have Biff's just like a comedy guy.
That's a given. Yeah.
We grew up.
But now my next
we
one
grew
is-
up on 2-star comedies. So.
Yeah, we grew up on the PG-13 comedies of the 90s with Chris Farley and the things our parents would let us watch. Dumb and Dumber, you know. All right, my third one is not a comedy. It's just a legit great role of probably best role of this guy's life before he passed away. Heath Ledger is his Joker. You know?
fucking right.
I mean, like that was
Best
just
Joker.
I have to say, like, I have to say, like, we could get in the Joker debate because I love Nicholson, but Nicholson was a different Joker because he was more cartoony and like the original. But Ledger's Joker was so gritty. Like I just remember seeing that film in theaters and going like, "Whoa!"
Tell me how you got the scar.
Nicholson's my favorite because that's what I grew up on. I had the VHS of Batman.
No.
But I remember when hearing Heath Ledger was going to be Joker, I was like, Heath Ledger, what? And then his performance was like, it was perfect. I was like, wow, he pulled it off.
He was the Knight's Tale.
He impressed me.
Right.
Well, and I was saying
So
and how to lose a guy in 10... No, what is it?
Von Liechtenstein.
All right.
Go ahead, Pat.
Stop eating the mic.
I need to have the headphones on when you do that.
All right.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was just gonna say, like, Mark Hamill
Well.
is definitely like just like the best comic book Joker.
No, I have a whole book like Joker. I'm a Joker fan. Like I
definitely
all of
agree.
the
Heath
Jokers,
Ledger was like one of the best like movie Jokers.
Before you go on, Biff, I'm not gonna diss what Josh is saying because Batman the animated series was probably one of the best cartoons ever.
I have a book. Like when I was in the hospital for my heart, and like my brother got me a book because I had nothing but time to read, and like I was literally like, he got me a book on all of the Jokers, and just like it just went into like the history behind all of them. No, I'm like just that character in general is just
it's
just such a
depth.
yeah, it really is, yeah. And so along the same line, I guess like my brain was just like, oh, Jack Nicholson's great too.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson in The Departed
Oh yeah,
Now we're at
awesome.
74.
The party was
2009.
That was an awesome movie.
The party was a very, very.
But
good
his
movie.
character, like that mob boss that he played in that movie, was
I
just
actually
like
Mark Wahlberg best in that movie though.
Wahlberg. I mean, that movie in general had so many star-studded people.
But how many hamburgers did they make?
The Wahlburgers.
The Wahlburgers, not enough. All right, and then my last one goes back to Silly Town. Jack Parkman.
Oh,
Major League
fucking right, dude.
I hope he's not on the list.
I'll delete him. I mean, I have 8 on my list. So
When Todd said sports movies, I immediately
that's,
yeah.
So it's okay.
I should have gone and put that damn
But
jersey
Sean's
on.
got the damn jersey shirt.
He's got the.
I got a full jersey. I got the White Sox jersey of Jack
When he
Parkman.
does the shimmy, it makes the women in Cleveland puke.
Obviously, man.
It's funny how a change in uniform can change your opinion of a guy. He's still a dick.
So those are my picks. No honorable mentions because Jack Parkman got flown in at the last minute, and but
Hey,
those
I'm the only winner on the team. The rest of them are all losers.
by choice. or
Some
by
of them by choice, some of them by birth.
Roger Dorn?
Is it too early for a Roger
Is it
Dorn?
too early for a Roger Dorn night?
Roger Dorn.
Dorn was my favorite
Off
character.
season.
There was some good deals too.
He wasn't really a heel in that.
I thought about
Not in the second.
The second one, he was like a clown.
I thought about Dorn for a second, but
In the first movie, he was.
I didn't include him. He's my favorite character in the Major League Series.
So you
but I
going
didn't
next
include him.
time?
No, I'll go
This
next.
motherfucker out.
Shut up. Stop picking up. Stop picking up my picks, Sean.
I didn't peek.
All right, I'm going to go with 3 honorable mentions.
Oh, jeez.
First, and look, I'm not going to say much about him other than the fact that I love Eric Bana. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, and I know Nero didn't play a huge part in the whole Star Wars.
Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah, my bad. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan.
I don't know shit about Star Trek.
Yeah.
And Eric Bana didn't play a
That's like
huge part.
Spock.
I'm a big Eric Bana fan, and Nero didn't play a huge part. Crap. Saga.
What does Seth Rogen think about him at Funny People?
But I really liked Eric Bana's character Nero in the first Star Wars movie. They had Chris Pine and Dr. Quinto.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Star Trek movie?
Star Trek, yeah.
Yeah,
Chris said Star Wars.
He started out with Star
I
Wars.
started out with
Okay.
Star Wars. It was Star
I'm
Trek.
confused, but y'all can keep going.
Yeah, Chris Pine was pretty good in Star Trek. Yeah.
I'm going with Nero is an honorable
Nero.
mention.
Okay.
Eric Bana.
I don't know, but that's fine.
He's the
I don't
bomb
have
of
to
the
know.
unit, and
You know who Eric Bana?
I know Eric Bana is. I just
yeah,
don't know the
fucking
movie.
awesome as Hector and Troy, but Nero will be an honorable mention. Fenrir Greyback in the Harry Potter series will also be an honorable mention. It's just kind of a side villain, but I love werewolves, so I'll go with him as a honorable mention as well.
A tad obscure.
It's very, very
Nobody
obscure.
talked about the vampire series, you know.
Twilight.
Twilight.
No, Twilight fucking sucked.
It turned into
Fellow
David
know
Bowie when he went
who
to Sunrise.
Fenrir Greyback is. He's one of the werewolves in Harry Potter.
I just
No, I know.
Alright.
I just thought I heard werewolves and I was thinking Team Jacob or Team.
The actor actually died in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a fucking MMA fighter.
Did he? Okay.
Shot in the fucking desert, dead. Shot.
You can't use your enemy.
Rest in peace, David. Rest in peace, Dave Legino.
Team Edward, Team Jacob.
All right, so the last honorable mention I'm going to go with is Hyena Swine from the 1996 version of The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Wow. What? Very,
Very, very obscure.
Look this up.
But first off,
Jamie, can we pull this up?
first off,
Pat was a fan of this episode because he's just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Holly liked the episode, right?
Is Holly listening to the podcast?
But first off, the costumes in this movie were incredible.
That's a good start.
Daniel Rigney, who played Hyena's wife, passed away from a brain aneurysm.
A better start.
Alright, fuck it. I'm not even going to go any further. Fuck y'all.
3 honorable mentions. I want to hear your top 5 now.
Alright, Hyena Swan is my last honorable mention.
I've never watched The Island of
Is that the
Dr. Moreau.
prequel to Black Swan?
No.
The movie The Island of Dr. Moreau. God damn it.
Black Swan was about muff diving.
Marlon Brando? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man?
That's true. Uncultured swine.
What did you say?
He said Black Swan was about muff diving.
That's true.
Black Swan was that
Alright.
shitty.
God damn it.
episode right there.
Alright, number 5.
Mila Kunis.
Number 5, I'm going
I
to...
like the Mila Kunis.
That was a good movie. Now. Alright, sorry.
Sorry, Todd. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
You can cut off again.
Cracking.
I always get cut off, man.
That's why you deep throat the mic.
Quit.
Don't quit. You got 5.
Quit like Mike?
Patrick's next.
No. 5.
I got it. Number 5.
Here, we're all
Yeah,
Did Mike quit yet, or is he gonna quit after Biff destroys him?
He's got to vomit first and then play drums. They do a pickle juice shot.
right.
The Gentilly gin shot. Puke in his backyard.
Until the gin sucks, you shut the fuck up.
Who's number 5? Let's go.
You think that's Pat? You think that's funny, motherfucker?
Bitch, I haven't said a word. I'm the last motherfucker you come back with. I haven't said a fucking
That's
word.
not even here.
All
He's
episode.
laughing on the mic like it's a
He hasn't said
karaoke
nothing.
machine.
If you don't put that fucking mic down, I'm gonna
That
murder
mic's
you.
expensive.
There you
It's
go.
expensive, but...
It's gonna be expensive when it's up his ass, dude.
Oh, jeez.
So, my number 5
Bart
is
Simpson.
Koba from the Planet of the Apes series.
Oh, yeah.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I love this character because he is tortured by humans.
Yeah.
In the first movie, he is kept in a lab. His face is mutilated, which is one reason why I love him. His face is like all grotesque and like scarred up.
King Negan.
Who?
Negan.
Brain Hagen?
I mean,
Well, he like looking at
Brain Negan.
I never watched the zombie series. I can't think of it. Anyway,
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yes.
Walking drama queens, yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Walking drama.
Oh shit! There goes the planet.
Bakuba is in Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
Spaceballs.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He's kept in a goddamn cage as a
Your
science
Schwartz is
experiment.
almost
He's
as big-
experimented on. I empathize with him. I feel sorry for him. He kills the fucking douchebag in the first one, throws him off the goddamn Golden Gate Bridge. Koba is my number 5. Fuck y'all.
That was awesome.
What?
Well, we were agreeing.
Patrick is like,
I'm over here looking at the fucking the plot for Island of Dr. Moreau because I've never heard of the fucking movie.
how have you never heard of that?
What am I doing?
I've never heard of it.
I'm looking at the fucking. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now for Island of Dr. Moreau because I don't know what
It's
the
a
fuck the
goddamn
movie is.
book by H.G. Wells.
I used to
read that.
own it.
Who is
It
H.G.
used to be
Wells?
in that room, but it's now at my ex-wife's house.
Hyena.
So I didn't technically own
Moving
it. She
on.
owned it.
Fuck Sean.
Wait, what?
Oh, man.
Hey, I've heard of the movie.
Number 4. Ivan Drago from Rocky 4.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we all know that
I
one.
must break you.
Patrick, do you have something to say?
He was Apollo Creed.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
The real Dolph Lundgren, not from
He was a
Just Go With It with
I was like,
Adam
when was Ivan
Sandler.
Drago?
The real Dolph
No,
Lundgren.
Patrick was.
Yes. Yes.
Apollo
Great
Creed.
villain.
So
Kills
you're
Apollo Creed.
Well, Patrick was Apollo Creed, so
Yeah, he was. He killed Apollo Creed.
He was a good Apollo Creed.
We're not listening to Todd on his top 5s.
Throw in the
It's
toe.
Listen to him.
I must-
I've listened to
Very
him.
good.
I'm researching the fucking movies he's
I
talking
must
about.
break you. I mean,
I must break you.
If he dies, he dies.
if he dies, he dies. Great movie lines.
No.
Dolph Lundgren, great actor.
I'm well aware of him, yeah.
That's it.
He won the Academy Award.
Dolph Lundgren's range is just.
He was great and just he was just great. He was great and just go with it.
I mean, yeah, no.
I like
Oh.
He was in Can't Hardly Wait, too, right?
Yeah.
I Am a Sex Machine.
Cheetah.
He was in what?
But he wasn't.
Big Trouble in Little
He
China.
wasn't just go with it.
He got naked with Tia Carrere in a hot tub. Just
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Google that movie.
It was just Go With It he was in, but it was played by Nick Swardson. Anyways,
It was
Ivan
adult
Drago. I have his Funko Pop. I have his little minifigure of him. Ivan Drago is number 4. Number 3. Probably my second favorite movie of all time. It's a Western. Tombstone. Johnny Ringo.
Yeah.
Tombstone, my number 3. Michael Biehn, love him.
I haven't seen Tombstone in a minute.
I mean,
It's a good one though.
I think that scene
That's got Val Kilmer too.
Oh yeah,
Val Kilmer, yeah.
The
That's got a
scene-
couple of Val Kilmer
the
movies.
scene with Michael Biehn and Val Kilmer with the gunslinging in the saloon,
And the cup spinning.
cup spinning from Val Kilmer where
You
he's
know
drunk.
who-
One of the best scenes in movie history, I think. Right? Right? Am I right?
Can I throw an
I mean, it was
honorable,
definitely
a late
one of the
honorable
biggest
mention
movies of
in?
its time.
I mean, Michael Biehn.
Is it
not-
Val
Can I
Kilmer?
throw a late? No, it's not about. It's not Val Kilmer.
It's not Val Kilmer.
Or Dolph Lundgren. It's
Go
not
ahead.
either.
Go ahead, Biff.
Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained. I don't know if that's on anyone's list, but that was a
I
very
never
good
saw that.
villain.
He is a meme.
He's a meme now. You know.
He's a
He-
meme, which it's
Is
always
that what you're
him,
saying?
it's always
Yeah.
him like either fat or thin, sipping his brandy or whatever it was. But no, like I forgot he was even in the movie, and I saw the previews, and like he came in so late in the movie, but like just the animal and monster that he was in that movie, like to me it was just like, and sadly, I mean, get serious, but like true to
Yeah.
things actually on. So, but no,
You mean the white guy?
there's a lot of white guys in that movie.
Alright, so cool. So I got
Thank you,
Koba.
Sean.
Koba
Sorry
number
for
5.
dampening the mood.
Ivan Drago number
Thanks
4.
for 9/11ing the moon.
Johnny Ringo
Thanks.
number 3. Number 2. I know Travis said he wasn't going to mention anybody from the Star Wars series, but I feel like I have to.
Darth Vader.
No,
Darth Maul.
it's too fucking obvious. I'm going to go with number 2, General Grievous.
Oh yes.
That's a good one.
From Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Star Wars.
I mean, how badass can you be to fucking carry 4 fucking lightsabers?
I was gonna say, how many arms did he have?
And I don't know how many of you at this droid. He's a fucking half droid,
Oh,
half
geez.
humanoid. Carry 4 lightsabers at one time.
Half humanoid.
You know, I couldn't think of a better word.
Man bear pig.
How many of y'all have,
He was a third human.
but how many of y'all have
third
watched,
droid,
have actually watched
third
Shut
saber.
the fuck up! How many times do I gotta get interrupted on this motherfucker?
I'll spit on the mic. We don't have a pop.
Alright, how many of y'all have actually watched the Clone Wars?
The cartoon.
Josh has. So yes, thank you. Thank you. The dude slayed Jedi's left and right and collected their fucking lightsabers. He was a badass.
He was a third droid.
Jedi's are pussies.
Third human.
He was a humanoid.
I definitely go with the
He
Sith.
was, I love the Revenge of the Sith, right? I lean with Josh on this.
Yeah.
I'm a Sith Lord.
Way better than Attack of the
The
Clones.
fucking red lightsabers. Anyways, General Grievous number 2. Number 1, I don't even know if you would categorize this guy as a villain or not because it was basically a paranoid schizophrenic. But
Oh, geez.
I know you don't.
number 1, my favorite movie of all time, American Psycho. Patrick Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1.
Based on your own orders.
Christian Bale, my favorite actor of all time. I mean, the dude's physique is just phenomenal.
Not an ounce of fat on him.
Not an ounce of fat on him.
How many movies was
What do
he
you see him
the?
as?
Wait, so
Very, very entertaining movie.
how many movies was he the villain and the hero at the same time? You know, wasn't he like the protagonist and the antagonist? Maybe
10.
he was his own villain.
Definitely American Psycho.
Referring to the Dark Knight series.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He wasn't a villain in the Dark Knight series, was he?
Christian Bale?
In the fucking second one, yeah.
In Dark Knight.
In the Dark Knight, yeah.
Well, like at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
and
he's
when
like-
Harvey Knight dies, yeah. Yeah.
I could get that, but I mean,
Harvey Knight with Harvey Dent.
but Batman's the hero. Like, you're never gonna get people to agree that he's a bad guy when it's Batman.
He is Batman, yeah.
But the
He's
White
Batman.
Knight, Harvey Dent
I'm Batman.
dies. He gets blamed for it. So,
Yeah.
in a sense, yeah.
Listing
But American Psycho, he was
Bruce
definitely
Wayne.
the freaking.
Christian Bale is my favorite actor.
Wayne Manor.
American Psycho is my favorite movie.
He's also a drummer in his movies. Christian Bale.
I'm just
Patrick
saying that's like a
Bateman
Dexter thing for
is my
TV.
number
It's
one.
like he's a bad guy and a good guy. at the
I
same
like
time.
that one.
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
I
Yeah.
have his
Thank you,
Funko
Caleb.
Pop. I have his NECA figure. I have the vinyl Animations figure. I want to get his Funko soda. Patrick Bateman's my number 1. All right, go ahead.
Who's
Go ahead.
sorry, Todd?
It was good.
I get cut off constantly though, so
That was
No.
cracking.
douchebag Patrick, douchebag Travis.
I think you picked the two
I
that
was
kept
fucking with
sat
you,
silent the whole time.
I was cutting you off the most.
I think it was Sean and Biff that were cutting off the most.
Yeah. Blame me. Blame Mike's
That's fine.
replacement.
I'll be the douchebag, and I'll also
look,
go
Mike,
next.
Mike cuts me off a lot too, so it's Travis and probably Sean the most, but
Dude, I just fucking sat
So
here.
probably Sean and Travis the most, but it's Travis. He sat silent this time.
Mhm.
So we'll,
If they're to Patrick. It was Sean and Biff.
I was Patrick.
As I researched the movie he was talking about that I had
Patrick
no idea
doesn't cut
about.
me off a lot. He just gives me smug faces. So
You didn't have to cut.
he's still doing it right now. Look.
I'm gonna go piss on that note.
I have one honorable
Fuck all
mention.
three of you. Okay.
One honorable mention,
Fuck all of you guys.
and I'll get into my 5. My honorable mention is Jackie Gleason from Smokey and the Bandit.
Good one.
I love
Okay, I've
the
never seen that. I guess
I love the movie.
way
I
before.
quote all the
Awesome
time.
movie, yeah.
It's not that much way before your time, but just
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, yes.
my number 5, Alonzo Harris, Denzel Washington, Training Day.
Oh, awesome.
Great.
Movie was
Awesome.
kind of mediocre.
No.
No, it's
No.
That can be
That's
that
not
can be a
debatable.
that can be a debate for another day. But
maybe, but
I might have liked Ethan Hawke better in that.
that character,
Ethan Hawke.
that
was
character
good,
was killer.
yeah.
No, that character. I'm a Denzel.
but he was the baby face. Ethan Hawke was the baby
Mhm.
face.
He's fucking with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 4, and this is the one where I kind of had to throw it out there with a qualifier of like it started as a cartoon
Right.
and then made it to movie form, but this character as a whole gets it for me. It is Megatron from Transformers.
Well, I can't argue.
Oh
with that.
yeah.
I'm a Shockwave fan, but I can't argue with that.
That's a good one.
He's the number 2 villain. He's probably better overall as a villain because he's a villain not only to the Autobots but also to Megatron. He's his fucking villain, so he could play both roles. But yeah, Shockwave would go as that. My number 3, Todd mentioned it. It's Ivan Drago from Rocky 4.
There you go.
Nice. All right. Well, it says that's the first one we've actually had doubles up so far.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but Sean had Parkman too.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
took him. But Buddy,
But
He hasn't
he
lived yet,
hasn't
man.
said it yet.
I think
He
he
could
took.
change it.
But he said he took him off the
I hope
list.
he
so.
keeps it because Sean is.
He
Sean's
should
a
keep
Parkman
it,
fan.
He's a Parkman.
Mhm.
All the
Well
way.
done. Drago is the man.
My number 2
Still had Darth
is
Vader.
also
Or wait,
already mentioned. It's Heath Ledger from Joker.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's a great Joker.
dude, it's like one of the roles of our generation.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
Probably
My-
one of the most overdone Halloween costumes of
Probably.
Yeah.
Ever.
Poorly
Wait,
done.
But
He
Poorly
Heath Ledger from Joker.
Shitty one.
I would
People like
him
with
and
a little bit of Creole
Yeah.
right here.
because it's easy to do just like
Yeah.
face paint like that. Like they're
Yeah.
like Bane, you got at least buy like the mask and shit like that to do it. Yeah. Plus, you can't really do the voice of Bane that well without some sort of like whatever.
Oh.
It's neither here
I
nor
just
there.
eat strawberry preserves.
My number 1 is more personal to me, and it's probably not going to be on the list of anybody else because it probably shouldn't be. It is the character, whatever actor plays him. It's Ernesto Blofeld from James Bond, the entire series. He's the head of Spectre. He's always around. He's in multiple Bond movies, but again, the pick does not make sense to anyone unless you're really into the James Bond movies, which I am. That's my favorite movie series. So Ernesto Blofeld, whatever actor you want to get to play him,
Right.
yeah, it doesn't matter for me. But
Yeah.
that is my numero.
Patrick has Googled my Island of Dr. Moreau pick, so I'm going to Google this
The
one.
last name is Blofeld. Blofeld. He's taken on many looks because of different actors have played him.
Yeah.
But the Ernesto,
That's
You know, the head of
Evil,
the
right?
head of the head of Spectre. He's based off of that. That's
Spectre is
Oh,
like
clearly.
the you know what Spectre is, right? Top.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen
The
a
movie.
full James Bond movie.
Well, no, like they're the. I might be.
they're the crime organization.
Yeah,
Yes.
crime organization.
Yeah, they're the crime organization that does most of the dirty work
shadiest
that
things.
the
James
Bond and
Bond's
MI6
like
go
really-
after.
Okay, so the bad guy.
Correct.
Travis is in solidarity with.
What are you doing?
Or he's
All right,
just cold.
so I'm going to go next.
It's not Odd Job.
Couple of honorable mentions.
All right.
So Todd mentioned Fenrir Greyback from the Harry Potter series. I'm just going to throw out a couple of
Very obscure.
I'm going to throw out a couple of Harry Potter villains, just in the sense of honorable mention. I'm actually not going to throw out Snape. Todd would throw out
I like
Snape.
Severus.
Todd likes Snape.
Severus.
I'll throw out three quick villains here. One would obviously be Voldemort. I think he was
I can't mention that name here.
a very he who must not be named. I think he's he would be an honorable mention.
Eat that. I have the Drago.
Another one would be from the same series, Gilderoy Lockhart. He was the phony defense against dark arts teacher.
Chamber of Secrets.
I thought he was friggin' phenomenal. He's funny. He added a little bit of a comedic aspect to it.
Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh is an amazing actor.
And the last one I'm going to throw out is kind of an unknown. He's actually my favorite.
Kenneth Branagh.
He's actually my favorite character in the whole Harry Potter series. Is the captain of the Slytherin Quidditch team. His name is Marcus Flint. I'll throw him out there too.
Obscure.
Very obscure.
Do his teeth get another spot on the lip?
Sean knows who I'm talking about. But okay, so that's if we're talking about villains in the Harry Potter series.
Wanted me to put it as their picture.
Voldemort.
I asked her to take a picture.
You know they can hear this on the podcast, right? While he's trying to do his next.
Go ahead. Voldemort, Gilderoy Lockhart, Marcus Flint are all going to be Harry Potter villains that I'll throw out honorable mentions to. The next honorable mention, we're familiar with Cobra Kai, right? The TV show Cobra Kai.
Yes.
I'm not going to throw out Karate Kid like y'all are thinking, but his the character that is played by Johnny Lawrence character. If we go back to the movie from the 80s called Just One of the Guys.
What the fuck?
Greg Tolan.
Wow, we skipped the Cobra Kai and went to.
I went straight to Just One of the Guys. Greg Tolan. He actually is the high school bully who actually lifts up the lunch tables and spills it on the quote-unquote nerds.
Nerds!
Awesome character. I feel like he ends up making the movie. Greg Tolan from Just One of the Guys.
William
Zabka. So he obviously we know him as Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. But I actually like him best as Greg Tolan from Just One of the Guys.
Wasn't he in Back to School too? Wasn't he the douchebag diver?
Probably. I've never seen that movie.
What the fuck movie did we see recently that he was in? Oh, it was Hot Tub Time Machine. He was the dude that I made the bet with.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe. I didn't realize I told just recently too. Because that was kind of before
Not the
Cobra
second
Kai
one,
started.
because I barely seen the second
No,
one.
it was the first one. And my last honorable mention is going to go to a Pirates of the Caribbean character. It's from the episode 5, and that is Javier Bardem's character,
Well, I know one of them's
Captain Salazar.
They have 5
by who played him?
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem.
Oh yeah.
A very
Javier-
talented actor.
Javier Bardem is also going to come up in my top
I
5,
see
so I'll
this.
just
I know,
throw
I figured
that out there. He's
I know what movie.
Javier Bardem is definitely, if we do a top 5 favorite actors, I think he's in it for me. I mean, just based upon some of the characters.
He was great. Underrated.
Very underrated. So he comes in as
he's God.
His God.
his God. God Cole's God. So he's going to be my last honorable mention. So now we're going to jump into the top 5
In no particular order.
in a particular order.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
He's
No, well,
God.
I'm not Mike here.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Mike, you here? No.
All right.
Yeah, the mic
So
is here. It's right
I'm going to jump into the
Mike's in the middle of the table. Drum out!
horror movie scene here, and this is a horror movie classic, and obviously legendary actor Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh, good
He's
one.
coming in at number 5 for me.
Who can deny that?
Silence of the Lambs,
Hello, Clarice.
Hannibal.
I don't have any Chianti.
I mean, I pretty much I don't know if I
That's
think
some follow-me.
I think every movie Anthony Hopkins has been in, he's been my favorite character.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
how awesome was he in Instinct?
Yep. My favorite character in that movie. So Hannibal Lecter is going to come in at number 5. Classic Halloween character. Number 4, which we had a little debate before we went on air about this, whether or not this character was considered a villain, because he kind of is, kind of isn't. Because if we look at the movie Jaws, obviously the shark Jaws
It's not the shark.
is the main villain. But before the shark comes into play,
Captain.
the character Quint
Yeah.
is kind of the asshole.
He's kind of a douchebag.
Played by Russ Olivier.
Yeah, he looks like my dad.
Hey, Dad.
So, Robert Shaw. But Quint, it was easily my favorite character in that movie. I think he was the one that kind of made it funny, the one that made it enjoyable. So Quint comes in at number 4 for me.
And he looks like Russ Olivier. So.
Russ's twin. It's good doppelganger. Number 3, we're also going to go back to the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I noticed I mentioned Captain Salazar from episode 5. I'm going back to episodes 2 and 3 now. The villain in those 2 was none other than the squid-faced Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Love that, Mike.
Davy Jones Locker. Played by Bill Nighy.
The science guy.
Locker.
Still Nahi.
Nighy.
Bill Nighy.
Not Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, he was in the Underworld movies too. Yeah.
Dick. He was in Underworld. He was douching in Underworld.
He was a villain
He was
in
in,
Underworld.
hey, since we mentioned Harry Potter, he wasn't necessarily a villain in Harry Potter, but he was also in Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
Rufus
what was he in?
Scrimgeour.
Okay.
He was one of the, the Ministers of Magic.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to
yeah,
tell you,
yeah.
when we first started this villain series, I was thinking of Underworld, but my favorite character is Lucian from Underworld, and he's not a... The villain is fucking Bill Nighy.
I keep thinking of good ones.
That's the way this goes. You can't think of a lot of them to make the list. So Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean, number 2. Which is...
I'm curious.
Who's that?
No, I'm just curious.
My number 1?
Yeah.
Well, I still got to go to... I'm on 3 now.
Oh, yeah, 3. I'm sorry. I thought it was
So, Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean,
3.
Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, comes in at number 3. Number 2, I'm going back to one of my honorable mentions, and we're going to talk about which is No Country for Old Men.
On
Anton Chigurh, also played by Javier Bardem.
the Aberdam.
If you have not watched No Country for Old Men, do yourself a favor. I love the movie. It's a very...
Did he win an Oscar for that?
He did.
Oh, yeah, he should have.
If he didn't, he should have. But it's kind of a slow paced movie, but it's very enjoyable, and his character steals the show. Now whether or not you consider him the main character of the movie is up for debate, but I mean the scenes with him in it just really steal the movie. I mean he kills people with a cattle gun. Very monotone character. He flips a coin to decide whether or not people are going to live or die.
Very, very memorable quotes. Like one of them being, "How much have you lost on a coin toss?" And he kills a dude with a fucking cattle gun. Yeah,
I think this needs to be a costume. A future Halloween with the hairdo.
Basically,
The hairdo.
basically like a fucking
He's got like a bowl cut.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bowl cut.
Well,
It's like
the thing is, my wife likes to do the matching costumes. I don't know who we'd go, as far as her, unless she dressed us like a cow or something.
Make that happen.
It's definitely kind of
See how that goes.
hard to do a matching.
You hear that one at the Olivier house.
But I definitely love Javier Bardem. Comes up 2 times on my top 5s and honorable mentions. And then my last one, this one, come as no surprise to Todd. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. This actor is one of my favorite actors of all time. He's, very famous for the 24 series.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going David from the Lost Boys, Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer.
I mean, this movie is...
only noodles, Michael.
Only noodles, Michael. Probably the best villain, definitely my favorite villain of all time. Kiefer Sutherland, definitely my one. If we do a top 5 favorite actors in my top 5, movie's great, top and bottom. It's not an overly scary horror movie by any means. It's got a lot of humor to it. David from Lost Boys comes in at my number 1.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah.
Who's left? Me?
You
Bring
and-
us home,
you and
Sean.
Patrick. No,
That or
it's
wait.
you.
Yep.
Patrick's on already.
Yeah, you
Bring us home, Sean.
Yeah, just me.
Bring it home. Did you remove Parkman?
I did. I deleted Parkman,
Man.
Keep that shit, man.
and I already quoted him too, so I'm not going to quote him again. I don't know. Call it the masturbator.
You said you weren't going to put him.
I know. I like that everybody else has named stuff like, not on this list or really other than Parkman, but then, I feel like mine are kind of out there, kind of like this, kind of like, thinking like not traditional villains.
Just bad guys and shitty.
Just kind of like, they're still like the protagonist, since we keep playing vocabulary here.
Right.
No, antagonist, shit. See? The
I don't know.
antagonist.
I don't think.
All right, I don't know if in no particular order. I'm just gonna go off of I'm ranking them as I'm looking at my list that I made here. I'm gonna say two at one time because these movies were came out at the same time. Is Dean Pritchard from Old School?
Oh yeah.
With that one guy, he's like 90.
Jeremy Piven, yeah. It's fitting that
I got out.
What are you, Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, what did he say? Did we lock you in a dumpster one time? I got out. Yeah, him, especially when you see PCU and that he was the main douchebag college kid in PCU, and it's like a complete flip of character. Now he's the dean,
I'm the dean.
And
Richard.
the character I was going to name with him was Bradley Cooper from Wedding Crashers, Sack.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Douche.
That's a great one.
he was a real piece of work, man. He couldn't just let them.
Just saying that it's funny how I hated him so much in that movie, and that was one of the first things I saw him in. And then, like Bradley Cooper and other roles he's been in, and he's he played that villain so good in that movie.
Absolutely.
Big tree fall
Yeah,
hard.
serious.
Big tree fall hard.
Serious douche. Hard to like, but definitely good villain. Yep.
Crab cakes and football.
But he's talking about
Sack lunch.
crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. Num num num. That wasn't him though. All right.
That movie.
All right. Who else did I put on this list? I put good old Kevin O'Shea from Little Giants.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You're Coach O'Shea.
Hey, who am I?
You're Coach O'Shea.
I didn't say I was Kevin. I didn't say.
Who am I?
Who am I? Huh?
Who am I?
Well, hold on a second. The Kevin is Ed O'Neill, right?
It was Ed O'Neill, yeah.
When he's like, I massage his hamstrings every night with buttermilk or whatever. Weird shit he does to his kid. And I was just like looking back, I'm like, how creepy was my dad? Like, that's
The tackle's in the backfield. The center's not even there.
Football ain't
Sit around.
Sit around, butts.
the best quote ever. Football ain't about faces.
No,
You're
I
not going to
love
get
it.
anywhere.
Did you
Treat
see
your
their
health like a
faces?
lunchbox, son.
Football ain't about faces.
You can get anywhere.
I think he's bleeding, and he's got a Peter Marlin jelly sandwich in his helmet.
Good choice.
Crunchy or puff?
Got hot
Paul.
hands. Wimp. Wimp. Got hot hands. The sticky gloves. The sticky gloves.
Good catch, hot hands. Jesus, I'm gonna keep going. All right. Because I'm staring at it on the list. I put Dustin Hoffman from Hook
Oh,
as his Captain Hook, definitely.
But how about Bob Hoskins?
he was a good.
He was good though.
villain
He
in
was.
that.
He was.
Bob Hoskins.
But like the run home Jack scene, like where he's like,
Mhm.
you don't want to go back home.
I remember it took me forever to realize that Dustin Hoffman was Hook in that movie because he was so into that character, and it was like, wow, it's the same guy. Yeah,
It was a great, kind of a dark take on a children's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rufio died, so.
I know. I mean,
Rufio.
Rufio.
I just so wanted to eat their imaginary food as a kid.
Yeah,
I was like, that looks like the bomb. They're just imagining.
I keep trying to get my child to watch that movie, but she will one day. To watch Hook. Why are you fondling the mic?
Eating booties.
And another one, okay, that I feel like is a curveball because it's like you don't think of villain when you think villain, he doesn't come to your mind right away. Dinkelman.
Oh, fucking yeah, it's fucking great.
in Just Friends.
Oh yeah.
What?
Chris Klein.
Yeah.
Boy, just
smile.
Sean loves him some Just Friends.
Yes, I named that as one of my Christmas movies.
One of the things that I'm thinking of now, though, that we're mentioning these goofy villains. What about Bag from Van Wilder?
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Or Mike Dexter from Can't Hardly Wait.
That's a good one too. Yep.
All the
But see,
Simply Dusty. Is there any other way?
I was more a fan of Trip McNeely from Can't Hardly Wait.
Trip McNeely. He wasn't a villain. He wasn't a villain though.
No, not at all.
But you can't wear flip flops in the showers.
Trip McNeely.
Trip McNeely.
Trip McNeely. All right, one that's kind of sort of obscure, but I think he made the movie for me was the movie Inglourious Bastards. Christoph Waltz's character.
Oh,
Dude, he was a fucking dude.
Hans Landa.
Real villain I thought of.
If we had
Landa.
a fucking biggest douche in a movie, hands down, that he'd be my number one.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Yeah.
He had so many good lines in that movie.
While I was watching that movie, and I was like, the villain in this movie is fucking such a douche.
Yeah, and that put him on the map, and he basically
really
made a career off of that movie.
I mean, like him and Django was like a good guy version of that villain.
Mhm.
Like, it was just like to me, like it was the same character, but like still
Just
like,
everything in that movie.
like just the same kind of like, oh, okay, like
Yeah,
I'm
when
German,
he's making him speak the Italian, he's like, "Let me hear the music in it." Oh, Gorlami and all that shit.
He's fucking eating the fucking dessert. Man.
Yeah, not without the creme.
Like, yeah.
They can't eat the bread pudding without the cream.
Fucking
Yeah, he's perfect in that movie. All right, another one that's personal.
He's that fucking dude.
Yeah, I know. That's, yeah.
Personal favorite, since one of my favorite movies. I guess we haven't done a top 5 movies or something. We haven't done just movies in general, right? Well, it's Fifth Element. Is Gary Oldman in the Fifth Element? John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Yeah.
But he still looks out.
And
Fucking Gary Oldman's just a pimp and everything.
and his when he's explaining to him, he's like, you see, when things get destroyed, things get, and he breaks a glass and all these little robots come out and whatever. And then he ends up choking on the grape, and then the guy's showing him, is like, where are the robots to come save you now? And he's like,
Yeah, right.
and the dude saves it, and the priest hits him on the back and saves his life, and he's like, for now you're spared, and lets him go. Anyway, so last one, I think I deleted it, but I remember it.
Jack Park.
But I already mentioned Jack Parkman.
I really thought that would be Sean's number one.
But it's fitting that I guess this is, I don't know if it's number one on the list, but it's on the list. Is good old Biff Tannen from Back to the
Oh,
Future.
my namesake.
Yeah.
That they swear didn't come from that.
Why don't you make like a tree and get the hell out of
I
here?
hate when you screw it up. Manure. I hate manure.
You're like a screen door on a battleship. Screen door on a submarine, you moron. You sound like a damn fool when you say it wrong.
Man, I just can't believe you fucking threw Christopher Waltz character in there from fucking.
Yeah, all these goofy
That was one of the
comedies.
ones I thought of.
That's a serious
Bastards.
villain,
Yeah.
I texted Travis when I was watching that movie, and I was like, "This the fucking villain in Inglourious Bastards is such a fucking douche."
Yeah.
I mean, this whole scene where they had the family hiding.
If
No,
we
he's
did,
tapping on the
Yeah,
tapping on the
yeah,
wood. Yeah.
if we did a fucking least favorite characters, he'd be in mine. That guy sucked.
I mean, great job making you hate
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
character. The
Absolutely.
acting job was perfect.
Kind of like Rick Moranis in Parenthood.
Right.
It's the only
Yeah.
movie that I couldn't stand Rick Moranis.
Right.
He's in my
Played-
diagram.
He played such a
Why did you
such a
poke
douchebag.
Why did you poke a hole in my diaphragm?
I remember seeing that going why is he being so mean?
Yeah.
But then again, Travis
We were so
mentioned
young when that movie came out.
Travis mentioned fucking Richard Bagg from fucking Van Wilder, and the dude was such a douchebag that I fucking liked him.
I've had these before.
Oh, I've had these before.
No, but he was
One bull semen, it was dog semen.
he was comedically I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Who?
the guy in Van Wilder. What's his name?
His name is like Daniel.
I don't even know his real name, but
Daniel Cosgrove is his real name, but his name was Richard Bagg.
Peppermint Schnapps.
Richard Bagg in the movie.
Peppermint rum chana.
Oh,
There you go.
Gotta close
That's
out
like-
the Wagoneer.
the Little Nicky. I love peppermint schnapps.
Peppermint Schnapps.
Big tit head. Go with my fault.
We were talking about that.
I know,
It was
seriously.
a gig.
Josh, you know who liked Little Nicky?
Who?
Zach.
Oh, wow.
He tidhead. Go with my father.
I was checking like the shiznit.
You like men.
Well, I think we
Alright.
had some great, top 5 movie villains there. But now it's time to kind of close out with a shot. And I guess to carry on with the Christmas theme, we're going to do some more because of how good it was last time. Peppermint rum chata.
Oh,
Compliments of Sean.
My shot's not big enough.
Yeah, it's true. We did 2 of these last time.
It's like
We can do
I
it.
don't need it anymore.
We can do a lanyard.
You ain't got much left.
I had a new bottle for tomorrow, man.
Save for tomorrow.
But it looked like Mike bought some too, so we're gonna have a lot of peppermint rum chata tomorrow.
oh.
That's all right. That's all
We
right.
will be intoxicated tomorrow.
Uber is your friend. Remember that.
all right. So cheers, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's right.
Cheers,
Sweater
fellas.
party.
A good sweater party tomorrow
Cheers.
night, guys. See y'all tomorrow night. Great recording
Cheers.
tonight.
Yeah, the most fucking volatile episode we've ever done.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And on that, wagons out.
Wagons out.
Wagons out.